yo.
Back, baby. It's Brooklyn Boys.
Radio.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and all that good stuff.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, man.
It's 2024.
How was your Christmas? Oh, yeah, by the time this come out, it'll be 2024.
It'll be 2024.
So Happy New Year's to you niggas.
Happy New Year's, people.
Happy New Year's, man. You got any New Year's resolutions, I guess?
Do better.
I guess that's always the way to go on New Year's, right? I didn't really have none. And everything that I wanted to start for the new year, I started last year, so I already started. I got a head start, so I won't be behind.
How was your Christmas?
Christmas was good this year, man. Christmas was good, man. I made it. I made it.
This is what y'all don't realize. That's always a man's outlook on the holidays.
Yeah, I made it.
I made it.
I made it.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes at the end of the year, Suave, I can't even see that camera, but this light is bright. But anyway, sometimes for me at the end of the year, in the entertainment business, things kind of slow down.
Fourth quarter,
things slow down, the money slows down, and you want to make sure you got your bills for that October, November, December, and you want to make sure you got your Christmas gift money and all that shit. You know, all the money start coming in first quarter. So a lot of times, if you don't want to tap into your savings or you blew through your savings, you know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that all your bills is in check and everything is in check until that next check come through and shit like that. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it's like living paycheck to paycheck almost, in a sense. Sometimes you could bust a check for $150,000. You could bust a check for $50,000. You could bust a check for $250,000. But that check gotta last you for the rest of your physical year or that quarter or whatever that may be. So, yeah, this year, being fully transparent, I didn't make as much. I made money, but I didn't make as much money. And the money that I did make, I had to invest a lot more money this year to hopefully have a better 2024.
Well, we was on strike since May. That's all I could say. We was on strike since May.
Yeah. I think I paid more people this year than money that I made. I think me and Bruce put out about 10 grand a month. Small payroll to some people, but
Listen,
you
should have threw me on that payroll.
We do about 10 grand in payroll a month, and then we got so many other bills in between that. So outside of the payroll, things that got to get done, and it's just like, plus living expenses and all that other crazy shit. So
cost to live.
Look, we made it through Christmas, y'all. At least I made it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and now we gotta fight the next battle. You know what the next battle is?
What's that?
Uncle Sam. That's the next thing you gotta.
Taxes.
Yeah, because then you gotta think about it, right? After you get past Christmas and all that, you get a little reprieve around January, February. But then a lot of people that work, they look forward to January and February because they try to do their taxes early and get that.
Because they want to get that, they want to get their refund.
Well, look, I don't get no income tax. I'm usually paying Uncle Sam
usually
back.
Paying out.
Or, I'm catching up to whatever, usually I prepay him sometime.
If you're lucky, you break even.
Oh, you break even, yes. So, we got to go deal with Uncle Sam in a couple of months. And then, you know what I'm saying? But I paid out a lot of shit this year towards the business, so I ain't really worrying about Uncle Sam too tough this year. But yeah, the money was definitely spread out all over the place this year between like 4 different businesses this year. So yeah, it's been a rocky year, but 2024 is looking like it's gonna be promising, and all the seeds that were planted should
sprout. Trees
yes.
Sprout.
Yes. So that's where we at, man. So I seen you got some interesting stuff on your Instagram for your Christmas gift, man.
Yeah. My Christmas was cool. I got some very interesting boxes.
I seen the boxes. Suave, you gotta show a picture of the boxes because he put it on his page, so it's public knowledge, right? So you gotta show a picture of the boxes and say what's interesting. Can I ask you a question about these boxes though?
Sure.
I have a crazy question. Now, if you this person ever decide to go your own separate ways, what do you do with
Would I keep her in the boxes?
Yeah, because she's hot as fuck.
Oh my God. Yo, this girl is crazy. I don't know if I'd keep one of the boxes.
Yeah.
Because I'm one of the I'm one of those people that when it's over, it's over. But listen, you know what? I don't foresee, I don't forecast.
Nah, I'm doing the forecasting. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, what would you do?
I don't know.
You know what I'm gonna do if I had some boxes like that?
What?
When the next girl comes with a criminal hair, you got any boxes for me to put on? Yeah, here, take these. I'll wear
Yeah,
these.
you crazy.
I'll wear these shits no more. You can have these right here. That'd be crazy. I'd be losing 2 women that day.
That's funny because the first.
Yo, let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna be transparent again, y'all. I called this man the other morning, bawling on the phone.
Yeah, that was crazy. This guy called me crying.
Tears was coming out my eyes.
He
man.
called me crying.
I had a dream. This shit was so real that the nigga died in the dream.
Yo, but bro, he couldn't stop crying.
Yo.
I'm like, yo, Styles,
That
what's
shit,
wrong
yo,
with
son,
you?
that shit was real. But then he had to stay around. It was like some movie shit because he had to stay around for the day. And all he wanted me to do was make sure before he went off, his spirit was still around. Certain people could see him, and I could see him just to make sure his daughter was good. And like, yo, make sure she could stay with me and she's gonna be good. And I was like, yo, I got you. But this dream was so real. Tears was coming out of my eyes. It's like 7:38. I woke up.
That was it was touching though. I ain't know you loved me like that, bro.
I was like, yo,
seriously.
I didn't know I fucking love you like that.
yo, we on the phone. And he's like, yo, Mo, man, I can't stop crying, man.
Yo, that shit had me in tears, bro. I'm like, yo, what the? But it was so real. And then he just kept telling me in the dream, but he would told me this in real life. Yo, stop, yo, Styles, come on, man, stop crying, man. I need you to do something. all this sentimental shit you doing, stop crying. I'm like, oh man, my nigga, I can't help it. So yeah, that shit bugged me out. I don't even know where that shit came from. I didn't watch no bullshit movie. I went to go watch Aquaman right before that. Like maybe it was the water in Aquaman that got me, man.
Well, you know, they say dreams about death just means that you'll live longer. So
Okay, so cool. You
God
gonna live-
willing.
God willing. you
On the
gonna
blood
live
of
long.
Jesus, we rebuke.
We rebuke death. That's right.
Death.
And I kept pleading the blood of Jesus. Trust me, all through the dream. And usually when I start having scary dreams, I start pleading the blood of Jesus, and I kind of wake up and I get out the dream. But every time I went back, I was back in the same dream. I was like, yo, what's going? But to the credit, the next morning I had another dream. I kept trying to get over. It was nothing bad, but I just couldn't get out of it. I don't know. I gotta see what supplements I'm taking that night before I go to bed, bro. I don't know what's happening. Did y'all see The Color Purple yet?
No.
Okay, we talk about it next time. I did see it though. It was a musical. It was pretty good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. A lot of parts missing from the original, and they got a lot of new parts, but it's a pretty good movie overall. What else? I know we missed the week, y'all. So y'all gotta bear with us because I'm gonna be bringing up some old stuff and then fusing it with some new things that just came about. So yeah, we missed last week due to the holidays and whatnot. So we just coming back to y'all. So just stay tuned and. We're going to have a great show. Make sure y'all like and subscribe.
Like, share, and subscribe for the 2024, man. Come on, start the year off right.
That's right. Shout out to the Wood Stack.
Wood Steezy.
Usually I shout out Tico, but now I'm going to shout out Allie.
Allie, what up?
You know, Allie did us a solid, and she's staying in for Tico tonight. You know,
Shout out to the homie Holiday, too.
And fuck him. But shout out to Allie once again. You know what I'm saying? She stayed in, and we appreciate her, man. So look, man, I got these sneakers today, and I like them. Some people don't like them, but, you know, y'all can go on What's That website and cop some of this stuff or anything that I got on right here.
You look like the Tin Man
That's cool, man. Look,
from the
man.
Wizard of Oz.
Listen, I like my sneakers, bro. I like my sneakers. And I got a lot of sneakers, so, like, just having this pair is just one to put to the staple, because then...
See, to me, I'm too old. I'm too old for those kind of sneakers.
See, you making yourself... I'm not old, bro.
I am, bro. And when I say old,
I
say old, I don't mean old as in I'm old. I'm just talking about...
I like the sneakers, bro.
They're for 90-year-olds.
I like the sneakers, man.
Okay, Silver Surfer.
Nah, that's it, baby. Listen, man, I'm silver surfing out here, bro. Silver surfing. So many, I don't even know where to start.
What we
today,
talking about today, man?
Yo, you know what I want to tell you? I saw today that was kind of crazy. Would you say you're a B student, A student, or C student?
He's an A student.
You know, when I was in school, the only reason I got bad grades was because I used to cut class. But anytime, like I would just show up and take tests, right? But I cut class like all the time. And I would just show up enough to like get a 70. I have the potential to be an A student.
Okay. Well, I think I was most of the time a BC student. For a number of different reasons. But I did see something. I saw a study today, and they were saying that if you were a C student,
I was a C.
if you was a if you was a C student, you can C students usually are more independent and usually become business owners and entrepreneurs. A students usually become the people that work for the C
Yeah, that's
students.
because A students just follow suit.
And C students, they refuse to do certain
They're
shit.
they're not afraid to go against the status quo.
Go against the system. So you know what I mean. So shout out to all my C students. I guess that's why I never really worked and really never really had a 9 to 5 like that, because I was never following the status quo. For me anyway, you know what I mean. I never knew that. I never thought about it like that. But I remember being in high school. I always wanted to do my own thing. I only went to class and passed because my mother would have bust my ass. No rhyme, but that's what.
I also think school is just about discipline too, man. Having the discipline to go to class, having the discipline to study, and having the discipline, to show up for tests and all of that.
Yeah, I used, my mother got me to go to school so I would do the things that I loved. Like, she took away the things that I loved. That's the only reason why I was messing with school. So she took away my music or my video game or my rapping, my rap books or my after school job. It was like those things kept me in order so I could go to school.
My older brother used to say that when I was in high school, because like I told you, I used to cut class all the time. He used to be like, yo, what is your problem? He's like, you do realize that showing up is 60% of it. Like, he's like, all you got to do is show up, bro. If you show up, you'll pass. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah.
Yeah, I might encourage you to be a C student or a B student or A student. I'm just saying to you guys, sometimes you got to think outside the box. And I think for me, I've always thought outside the box. And I've always let my personality shine through. That's what gets me through life a lot of times, just being around people and be able to talk to people. And, I think that's a big part of it. When you can speak into people and you can pour into people, I think things open up for you, doors open up for you. You know what I mean? So that's what I do. I'm so sorry, I thought my phone was off. But yeah, I just want to share that study with you. But I saw this other thing too I thought was crazy. Everybody was talking about going ape shit over the internet about Simone Biles. You know who Simone Biles is?
I do now.
Well, she's a gymnast, the 4-time Olympic gymnast, Simone Biles. Shout out to her because I just saw her this past summer and she killed it. And but she got married to an ex-NFL player. I think his name is Jonathan Owens. And she got married to him, and they met on a dating app.
On a dating app.
Yeah, they met on a dating app, and he said they kicked it for a couple of days, and she drove all the way to him, which I thought was crazy to me too, because here it is. This is a superstar millionaire too, by the way. And she's like, she drove 45 minutes because she lived further out in Texas, and he lived like, I guess, in the Houston part of Texas, if I'm not mistaken. She drove all the way to him, 45 minutes, and met, and he said they kicked it, and they just kept kicking it from there, and he got married. But he had called himself the prize. He said, I feel like men are the prize, right? And, if you watch the interview, Simone was always smiling, happy, real giddy. Like
real feminine.
She was real happy with her husband, and, and she wanted to change her, I guess she put her name as Simone Owens.
As she should.
Yeah, instead of Simone Biles. And a lot of women were in uproar, man, over the internet. People were saying, like, sis, let me tell you, we're not going to let you do this because you work too hard. You're a 4-time Olympic gold medalist.
But that's why she's married and they aren't.
I guess so.
Because watching what I saw in the interview, he said it. He said she sort of pursued him because he had a fair commitment. He didn't want to get into a relationship, but at the end of the day, she showed him her value. She's feminine, right? She has no problems with being a woman to her man. Had nothing to do with her achievements, and this is what a lot of these women aren't getting, right? Her accomplishments doesn't make her any more desirable to a man. Never has a man said, oh, I want to be with this woman because she's an Olympic gymnast. Men don't give a shit about that. You
Yeah,
understand?
definitely not.
You understand?
I've never said, Shorty got mad money. I'm gonna be with her.
And I think, and I think, but I think the issue is everyone's only able to see life through their lens, through their perspective, and because a woman values a man because of his achievements, they think on the other end that makes them more desirable to us. When the truth is, we really don't give a shit. You know, you have ambition, you have drive. That's good enough for us. You understand? But the woman's happy. I don't know why anybody cares.
Yeah, I don't really have an opinion on it as far as like I looked at her facial expression, her body language.
She looked happy.
She looked happy, and I don't know why anybody would want to rain on her happiness and care to comment. I think people just be wanting to comment. And sometimes when you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say shit at all.
But I don't think it's even about raining on her parade. I don't understand why the women of today have so much of an issue with the woman being a woman. That's the thing, because to me, what Simone did she took her husband's last name. She honors her husband, right? By considering herself to be his wife rather than him being her husband, right?
Husband, yeah.
What's wrong with honoring your man, especially if he's good to you? Especially if he's good to you.
Yeah, listen, man. For me, like I said, I didn't understand the whole thing. I didn't understand why people was up in the uproar. People was mad. I think because
Was it people or was it women?
Well,
Because I don't think it was men that were up in the uproar.
I only seen I seen mostly women. The men I did see that was unfortunately on there was like gay men. That's the only men I seen that was on there that had a attitude about that. But like I said, once again, if she's happy, who are me or you to say don't be happy with it? You know what I mean? She like it, we love it. Like I don't have no problem. Not abusing her. And I don't find nothing wrong with a man saying that he's surprised. I don't find nothing wrong with a woman that feel like she's surprised. You know, if I step into a woman's life, if I'm providing, protecting, and doing everything as a man that I'm supposed to do, why I'm not a prize? I don't understand that. So for me, I am the prize when I walk into a relationship because I come with all these gifts and trophies that I have for you, right? Like I have everything for you. So I am the prize. And she might feel like, I come with this. And I'm the prize, and we could be a big prize together. So it's all good, right?
See, but my question is this: just because if something's of value to you, but it isn't of value to me, what does it matter, right? Because at the end of the day, I always say that when it comes to men, women are an untappable resource, right? Because you could be making all the money in the goddamn world. I'm never gonna sit back and let you take care of me. So
100%.
You're an untappable resource. It's great that you have the drive.
There are some men out there that will let a woman take it. Yes, there are some men. We have to acknowledge that. There are some men out there that suckers. That like I seen a guy on the internet was like.
But who are you to call them suckers though? You always tell me that. Who are you to call them?
I'm gonna call him a sucker.
No, but
I'm not letting no. I'm not.
See,
a grown man should have no woman sitting down taking care.
But when I say certain things, you tell me I speak in absolutes, and you tell me who am I to tell somebody what being? Who am I to tell somebody what it consists to be a man, bro?
No, what I'm saying to you is, I feel in that situation.
And I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Man, it's cool, however you want to slice it. When a grown man got a woman taking care of him. Now I'm not saying.
What if he's home taking care of the kids?
No. I'm not saying that. If that's your setup, that's cool. If that's how your dynamics sets up everything, that's fine. But when you deliberately, I saw this thing. Maybe I'm saying that too because I saw this thing on the internet today. This guy was like, you go to a girl crib, right? You know what I'm saying? You got to go to her crib. You got to make sure you're at her house for the first time you hit it, and you go there and you hit it real good. And when you hit it real good, if she don't wake you up in the morning to tell you
stay there,
you stay there.
I seen that. Yo, dude is crazy.
I was like,
and he said, and you just never leave.
But I don't even want to go to women's house. Like, who the hell want to sit? I thought that was some sucker shit. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I got my own home to stay in. Why do I want to stay there, bro?
But it's like
I thought that was crazy.
You're always this one for equal treatment. You're always this one where women get away with too much. So. I'm just surprised.
Surprised at what?
Because usually you're the one that's like, oh, but women do this to men, so why can't a man do like? You get what I'm saying, Swab?
No, moving along.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that that's your take. I totally agree with you.
That's my take on this.
Yeah, I totally agree with you though.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not doing that. If my woman had to take care of me because I'm sick and I'm down on my leg right now until I get back on my feet and we in a relationship, that's cool.
And I'm still gonna help her help me.
Yep. At the same time. Yo, baby, I found this job. Will you help me fill out, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, anyway, let me ask you this question. Since I was gonna go somewhere else, but since we in this realm, so I seen this too. If you on a date, right? You and your girl on a date, you to spend $500-$600 on this date, right? You and this girl been dating, you took her to a Beyonce concert, you bought a dinner, it came up to $5 and change, right? You find out after the date, somebody asked y'all a question. She got $70,000 in her bank account, and you got like $1,000 in your bank account. Do you think she should have paid for the date?
At what point in the relationship are we? Is this
question.
first date? Have we been together for years? At what point in the relationship?
Yeah, I guess that plays a point too.
I think that plays a major part. If it's the first date, if it's the first couple of dates, listen.
But they look like they was together for a while in this video.
If we're not together, you don't owe me shit.
No,
First
you
and
don't
foremost,
owe me nothing. Yeah,
you
I
understand?
agree with that.
And regardless of whatever, I think even if I have less than a woman, that's not going to stop me from operating as a man.
As a man,
you know what I mean?
I would tell you that was going to be my answer. To me, I'ma still do what I got as a man.
Yeah.
I'm not looking. I've never looked at another woman's pocket.
Ever.
Well, I'm not gonna say ever. This is what I would say. I only look at a woman's pocket. I'm not saying how much she has in her pocket. I mean, look at her pocket when I feel like I'm doing everything and she don't do anything. She never took me out. She never even considered me. I'm like, yo, you got it. Like,
but I don't think that's about looking at her
Okay.
pocket. I think that's just about you wanting some type of reciprocation.
Yes, that's the only time I'll be like, yo, what's going on? But for me to look,
Because truthfully, a woman doesn't even have to really spend money to make a man feel wanted.
Make it feel
like
wanted.
that's
You're
the
100%
thing.
right.
Like,
nah, you don't. You don't have to spend no bread. And sometimes it's in your attitude. Sometimes you might come home and just cook a dope meal. Like, I could go buy the food and you might go, can we go grocery shopping? I'm thinking I'm cooking and you go home and I come in the crib and you got food out for me. You know what I'm saying?
And
you might have run a bath.
And let me give y'all the pump fake, ladies. 9 out of 10 times, you reach for the bill and go, baby, I got it. He gonna go, nah, I got it, baby. Like, and that in itself a lot of times is enough.
If I went on too many dates with you and you're gonna say you got it, I'm definitely gonna say, yeah, take that bill.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, that's why I said 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah, all right, 9 out of 10, yeah.
9 out of 10 times.
Listen,
You gonna reach for the bill and he gonna be like.
I went out yesterday, I was hanging out with one of my homegirls, just hanging out. And she was like, yo, I'll take the tip. I was like, nah, I got it. Like, what you doing? Then we went to the what's that called? The parking lot. And she was like, yo, I pay. Nah, you gotta pay. Why would you pay for that? Like, I'm gonna do it myself. I don't need you to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool. Like, I don't never look for women to pay my bills, bro.
But in all honesty, I mean, stepping away from that, you may not have thought about it consciously, but somewhere in your subconscious, like, you appreciated that.
Oh, yes, that's what I will tell you. Her offering.
This is what I'm saying.
Made me look at her
It made you look at her differently. Exactly.
Her offering made me go, yo, this is why I fuck with her, B.
And it made you wouldn't mind to do more for her.
Yes. Her offering and saying, yo, whatever. And I knew if I said yes, like, all right, cool, that's cool, she wouldn't have had no problem when it looked at me any less.
Yeah, because you know why? What it does is it puts you in a space where you don't feel like everything is on you, where it's like, you know what? Even if I didn't have it one day, I feel like we could still go out and she would cover it.
Just as a man, just the fact to know that I got the support behind
exactly.
me,
That's
it's
enough.
gonna make me go harder. Mm-hmm. When a man knows he has a support system in a woman, that's what really makes a dude get up in the morning and go, yo, I gotta go do this for us, right? Because once I know somebody's, one, my kids or my lady is dependent on me. 2, she's always encouraging me and pushing me. 3, she got my support. She got my back and supporting me in anything that I'm trying to do. I gotta go hard for her. It's nothing else. It's nothing else that I would rather do. I know so many people to me take the time and always talking about finance and shit like that. And I told somebody today, what's tangible to me in a relationship, before I talk about like the sex, the money and all that shit, to me, one, if you don't fuck with my kid or like fuck with kids, and I'm getting to that subject we were just talking about, I can't fuck with you. If you're not family oriented around me, and we can't be one like with family, I'm not saying you have to like them, but go to family and you can't be like, yo, fuck your mother or fuck your brother. Like, I would never, you know what I'm saying? I ain't fucking with you. Unless you're parents or my parents a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying to you? And then two,
But even if my parents a piece of shit, you can't call my parents a piece of shit.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. And the third one is if I feel like you won't wipe my ass when I'm 70, 80, 90 years old, or I won't wipe your ass, it's no reason to have a talk about a relationship. Because I don't think people do they don't think 5 steps ahead. They don't think long term. Those are things that really count. The other shit ain't gonna count later on. The family, and if we could take care of one another. That's what really gonna
I
count.
think that dream changed styles.
You said, oh, she's stupid. I don't even know what she was talking about. But yeah, but that's what really counts. You know what I'm saying? For me. So, and I want to go somewhere else, but I'd rather just tag team the subjects. So you seen the video I sent you earlier today, right? With the lady for Christmas.
Christmas. You want to explain the scenario?
Yeah. So there was a young lady. I guess you could show the video too, Suave. I'll send it to you. But basically, she's crying and saying her man. I don't know if it was her man or her husband.
They lived together.
They live together, right? They live together. Her 9-year-old son wanted a
gaming computer.
A gaming computer. She thought the son was too young for the gaming computer, and didn't want to get him the gaming computer. The boyfriend or the husband came over and said, "Look,
He had a son.
he had a
by
son
another relationship.
in another relationship. Said, look, I'm buying my son a new gaming computer.
He could have the old one.
Let me give him my son's gaming computer,
The old one.
the old one, and I'll give my son a new gaming computer. This way we don't have to spend the money on a new one, and he can still have it, and you don't feel like he too." And she's like, "Yo, that's a good idea."
Yeah, so he was supposed to get it for Christmas.
Supposed to get it for Christmas. So they bought him other little gifts. But you know, in Christmas,
Yeah, you got the major gift,
the major gift, the
and then you
60
got
gift
the-
that you go get happy. Little kids like, I got my Nintendo, whatever.
Wait, do that again?
I got my Nintendo. What happened? So you stupid. So the boyfriend / husband, whatever, he went to his son's house
Christmas Eve.
and put up
together the new computer.
the new computer for his son, and got it set up.
They went to dinner that night.
They went to dinner. The lady was like, "Yo, listen, what time we gonna leave? Because I want you to put up together the desk,
the desk and the old
Oats.
and the computer system for her son.
For
so
her son.
when he wake up Christmas morning, he could play with it.
He could have his game system. It'd be there."
And dude said he wants to
tired.
go out with. No, he didn't say I'm tired. He said his family's in town and he wanted to go out with his family. That
And then
night.
he said he was tired when he came back. He said,
No, she said, and he said, and after he comes back, he's going to be too tired, so he'll
yeah.
just do it in the morning.
So she was like, "Nah."
She called him lazy.
She's like, "Nah, that's lazy." So he took offense to it and said, "Look, since you feel that way, he don't gotta have no computer basically in the morning. It won't be there for him in the morning." So she's like, whatever. She said she was at a party. She didn't want to deal with it right there, but she was in her feelings. She said when she got in, she put up the desk all night by herself, which I thought was foul, but cool. She put up the desk. She said, even though I don't want to take it from him, but I'm still hoping when I get up, my son gets up, the
computer be put
is
together.
on the desk. So, homeboy.
Next morning he said, your son's up, you better go talk to him. Or
He
something.
said, "Your son." Yo, that was foul, bro. If he said that, he said, "Yo, your son is up. You need to go talk to your son." So she said she gets up and go in the room. The computer ain't on the desk, and she kind of cried, like sighed, and she said, "Yo," and I figured like this ain't gonna work, because she basically saying, "Look, if you can make sure your son is good, why wouldn't you take the time out to make sure my son?"
Well,
is good?
I want to say this, a perspective that a lot of people don't think about. He went Christmas Eve to put together his son's gift because he's spending Christmas with them, obviously. Nobody's thinking about that,
Okay.
right? Secondly, I don't agree with what he did at all. You understand, the child has absolutely nothing to do with anything. And me, I feel that we're too old to play these petty games, all this spiteful bullshit. You know, a lot of times people do things that may make you feel unappreciated, or people do things that may make you feel like they're being ungrateful. But I don't think being petty or being spiteful helps the situation in any way. But one thing that I will say, because me personally, in my experience, I remember when my oldest daughter, she was about 7, she had surgery and she was admitted to the hospital for 5 days. And at the time, My second daughter, her mother, we lived together. And for those 5 days that my daughter was in the hospital, my daughter's mother would come from work every night like 7 p.m. And I'm like, yo, you going to the hospital to see her? And she's like, oh, I'm really tired. I'll go tomorrow. Next day, same thing. All the way until my daughter was released from the hospital. And when my daughter got released from the hospital, I went to my daughter's mother and I was like, look, I don't think it's right that my daughter was in the hospital for 5 days and you didn't go see her not one time. And she was like, look, I leave here early in the morning and I was coming from work, 7 p.m., I'm tired. And I told her, I said, yeah, but if it was our daughter, you would have found a way to get there. But what that experience kind of showed me is I don't care how long you're with someone. I don't care how much they love your child. No one is going to love your child like you, right? It's a reality, you understand? And for me, I had to kind of understand where she was coming from. She prioritized her being tired over going to see my child, which wasn't cool with me. Would I have done that? No, I wouldn't have. But that's also my child. You understand where I'm coming from? And I know it's kind of hard because we love our kids so much for us to understand this, right? But I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just in a place where nobody doesn't owe me shit. You get what I'm saying? They also don't owe my child anything. And I know that this woman loved my daughter. Like, I know she did because I've seen her go the extra mile for my child many a times. So I just had to understand that once again, I am the parent and no one's ever gonna love my child the way I do.
Well, for me, I would have never ever. I don't play with kids, right? Like,
Same thing here.
for me, I don't play with kids. So I come from a family who always treated us equally. I never felt like when I went to my uncle's house in Queens, I've never felt like his kids were better than me. Like, I used to hear people like, yo, I want to go there and treat their kids. I could go in the refrigerator when I wanted to. If he gave his daughter and his son $1, he gave me and my brother $1. My Uncle Cleve, God bless the dead, was the same way. When he gave golf, he gave all of us the same. Like, he always treated us the same in his presence, right? So for me, I come from that type of family. So any girl I ever dated, I don't treat their kids the same. I don't treat their kids any different from my kids. When the kids are around, they all children to me. So if it was me and I was that dude, if I had did that for my daughter, I would have did it for her daughter at the same time. I'd have made sure both of the kids were satisfied and everybody got their want, especially when it came to the kids. Secondly, I hear what you're saying, but I got two friends that have one is a mother and then one has a father, and they both feel like their mother and father do more for the mother does more for her new man kids than she do for her kids, for her and her sisters. And then my home girl, she feel like her father don't even acknowledge them, but he acknowledged the new woman kids. That's not his kids, but he acknowledged them. So I do feel like that when you say, yo, nobody don't love your kids like your kids, some people love other people's kids more than they love their kids too. I just think when it comes to kids, in a nutshell, when you got what you call that, combined family? The combined family.
Mixed family.
You should try your best to treat every kid accordingly and equal as much as you can. I'm not saying that you're not gonna go, like, you might do some extra for your son or your daughter, but when you got a combined family, you should be able to do that.
I think,
and he was petty for not.
I think
that wasn't between. Last
I think
thing
he was
say,
very petty.
That shit wasn't between him and the kid. That shit was between him and the mother.
Him and the mother. I think that was very petty, but I need you to understand that there's a huge difference between giving each kid $1 and what you prioritize in your life.
No, I'm not saying $1.
Right?
It been so much more.
I know.
Just making sure we clear.
But all I'm saying is, I don't think it was that deep. First of all, even on her part, like, okay, if he said my family's in town, who knows if his family's leaving tomorrow, and he wants to go out with his family, and he's like, yo, I'll take care of it as soon as I wake up in the morning. I don't understand why it's that big a deal. Because to me, what I have an issue with too is, in her mind, this competition between the love of his son and the love of your son, right? If the man said, yo, I'm going out tonight and I'll do it in the morning. I don't think it's about, oh, I did this for my son, but I wouldn't do it for yours. I think it's as simple as I'm going out tonight with my family, and I'll do it in the morning.
I think I understand that too.
You get
I
like I think people always try to spin things to be something it's not.
but it's perspective, right? And you know, life is seen even more nowadays. Everything is perspective, and perspective, and women are a little bit
But
more
it's
emotional.
it's also entitlement, bro.
Yeah, but
Wait. I think it's also
I
entitlement
didn't
because
finish my thought.
I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
Because at the end of the day, he chose to do what he chose to do, right? It's not for him to do it under your terms. If he says, this is what I'm doing and this is when I can do it, then yo, accept it.
What I'm saying to you is, I think it's perspective again, and sometimes we know women could be a little bit more emotional with things. It's a baby, and she didn't probably go get that exciting gift, and that was supposed to be it, the gift that was supposed to be that thing, and she wanted it done so she could, her son could wake up to it. So she was being more emotional about it. Also, we don't know the context if this has been going on in that home.
If that's something that's, if it's an
been
ongoing thing.
consistent in that home, and this was like the
Because I
last
tell
straw.
you this, that next morning, when she got up, if he'd have been up putting the computer together, then she'd have been happy.
Oh no! All he had to do was put the computer in the room, man. He like.
But I'm saying, if he would have been up that morning doing it, she'd have been happy. You get where I'm coming from? Because to me, even if he woke up that morning, right, that's a little bonding time for him and the son to put the computer and the computer desk together. You get where I'm coming from? Like, I don't see what the big deal is.
Yeah, it was just a bad bag of dope all around.
Because let me tell you something. If, let's say it was us in this situation, right? And let's say you said, yo, Mo, I bought my daughter a PS5 and you know what, you could have the old PS4 or whatever, right? And you're like, but yo, I'm going out tonight. I'm not going to be able to bring it tonight. I'll bring it in the morning. Who the hell am I to tell you, no, Styles, don't go out tonight. Bring it tonight. Like, bro.
Yeah, but you can't really bring that up because that's too me. We gonna reason different.
Why? Because we're two men.
We're two men. We gonna reason. It's a whole.
No, it's not.
It's a whole.
But understand what I'm saying, though.
I understand what you're saying.
You fully understand where I'm coming from.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Because
we gonna reason it different. A woman with her child who's gonna be mad, protective, and how mothers with their boys and sons. Listen, it's two different. You can't, you know what I'm saying? It's two different things. You can't even put those two things in the same context, bro. It's not gonna happen. I hear you though, and I don't disagree with you.
I think dude is petty. I don't think that he should have withheld the computer. But at the end of the day, I think originally.
And he should have put up that desk. He should have had that woman go in there and put up that desk by herself.
But I think originally his intentions were not to disrespect her son. I don't think it was a competition between the love for his son and the love for hers. I
can't say that. I disagree with you again.
Why is that?
Because if his intention wasn't to disrespect her son, he would have still given him that computer.
I think the intention was to spite her. And the son, and the son is a casualty of war. He caught a stray.
See, I can't.
I think the son caught a stray.
I don't play with kids like that, bro.
I don't either. Listen,
I don't play with kids.
I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. I just think the son caught a stray. But let's move on to the next topic.
I don't play with kids like that, bro. Yeah, but anyway, real quick question. A woman said dating is bad nowadays because men are broke. That's why dating is bad.
Well, she didn't just say men are broke. She said,
you saw the video.
I did see it. She said that we in some bad economic times, and the cost of living is so much that the money that men make, they don't really have any dispensable income. They don't have any extra. Like the money they're making is just enough to cover their bills.
And she also said that back in the days, men were the breadwinners and they didn't mind spending to win a woman over, basically, and do what they had to do. But we don't. For me, I just felt like we don't live in back in the days. Those times are different.
I agree, and I agree, and I disagree with her.
When a slice of bread with a loaf of bread costs a nickel, a loaf of bread costs $5. At this time, it's two different times. And at that time, life wasn't. For me, I don't think it was about men being broke or women being broke. Like at that time, it wasn't. It could take one person to do a household. I tell people all the time. People be shocked. My first rent that I had was $400. right? I had a 1-bedroom, living room, little dining room area, kitchen, and a bathroom. $400 I was paying. So it's nowhere on God's green earth.
Who is it? Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, there's no way on God's green earth that we can you gonna find an apartment for $400. Not even close. You know what I mean? And guess what? And at that time, me and Snoop was living together. You know what I'm saying? I paid the rent, she paid the light bill, the cable bill. You know, we were still spending bills at $400. We were 19, I was 19, she was 18. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting that nowadays.
Yeah, but the reason I say I agree with her to a degree is because just think about what men say. It ain't tricking if you got it, right? Which means
Snoop
that,
Dogg said that, but go ahead.
yeah. But
So make clear who said it.
no, but you hear God say it all the time.
Yeah, go ahead.
Think about this. If every month after you pay your bills, you got $5,000 extra, you're more willing to go out on a couple of dates with a woman that you're not interested in or that you're not that interested in, right? But if after paying your bills, you only got $300 left, bro, the truth is you're going to be like, if I'm taking somebody out, it's going to be somebody I really,
See, now,
really
see, now I'm going to
like.
mess you up, though. So now I'm going to mess you up, right? Because we go back in the days, when the dude was shelling out that cash, you know what other woman would tell other women? You better be taking care of him. You better be giving him, you gave him some yet? He ain't gonna keep spending that money if you ain't giving him nothing, right? So then, see, if we go by those rules.
But what you're saying has nothing to do with what I just said.
No, it does. Because if you go by those rules from back then, because you was like, yo, you kind of agree with her. If you go by those same rules and those same principles from back then, every nigga still feel like that.
And the aspect that I agree with her is
I hear what you're
the
saying.
more extra money that a man has, the freer he is with that.
No, what I'm saying to you too, when a man spends more, I think it's also a gift from a woman that could have her own financial monies in her pocket. Because when she could do for herself, she ain't got to worry about giving them nothing for some nigga to take, because he taking care of her or he giving her money.
But
to
I'm
eat.
not talking.
That's what I'm bringing up, though.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
No, but
in this case,
I hear you. But what I'm talking about is as far as her statement is concerned, where she says dating is hard because men don't have that much extra money, right? So
Go ahead.
so men are a little more stringent, like they're a little more, they're a little more decisive, right? As far as who they take out and what they're willing to do, because
I don't know about that, bro.
so
Like, I can't agree.
So let me ask you a question. Like I said, if you have $5,000 extra every month after paying your bills, right? Is there more of a chance that you'll go out with a woman that you may not be that interested in, just to see if there's something there, than if you only had 300 extra?
If I had to be totally honest,
You get what I'm saying, Swab?
No, this is what I'm saying to you. I have to be totally honest. I go out with who I want to go out with when I want to go out with them. Money doesn't stop me from going anywhere.
But if you don't have money, then how can you go out?
Because I still figure it out. I figure everything out. I'm gonna figure how to
You're
go.
not-
I hear what you're saying,
not-
but it doesn't.
you're not-
I'm talking about, once again, you making up scenarios. I'm telling you, for me, I still go
I'm not
out.
making up a scenario.
You know how many-
It is a
we don't
fact.
have
It
to
is
do-
it is
wait,
a
time out.
fact. Wait.
Time out.
Wait.
It's not a fact.
It is.
Suave.
Suave.
How many jokes do we have in here every week when we talk about, oh, this nigga spent 500, this nigga spent 400? I didn't
Suave.
have an extra whatever sometimes.
Suave.
I went out on
But
a
listen
date.
to what I'm saying. It is a fact that if you have more money,
You would want to go.
you'll be willing.
Like if you don't got mad bread on you,
Ex-
you're just gonna be like, nah, I ain't going.
Or if you
go
have
anywhere I
three,
wanna
listen. Or if you don't have that much, and it's between three women, you're not gonna go on all 3 dates. You may be like, you know what?
going on all
I really
3.
like her, so
I'm going to all, I'm going to all 3. Now, what I probably will do, I probably won't do 3 nights of STK. I probably do something else that's, I'm
On a budget, you working with what you got.
yeah, I'm gonna work. I'm gonna make it work. I
But
was
this
raised
is,
that way.
but think,
I'm gonna always make
okay,
my shit work.
But think about.
I don't got a problem.
But think about.
You're gonna be arguing. You would have
We're not arguing. But think about the woman that you're talking
That's how the
about,
show
right?
is, Sophie.
You're gonna take one to STK and you're gonna try to take the other one to Red Lobster, and she's gonna be like, I'm not going to Red Lobster.
Nah, I don't really have that issues, bro. I don't really have that problem. I'm just saying, I'm gonna figure out how to make it work, man.
All right, bro.
That's just life. Yo, let me ask you a question. How many times you got your bills at home? You got a $5,000 rent, mortgage, or whatever the case may be, and you don't got it, and you know it ain't there, but you're gonna figure out how to still live and be in that crib. That's how my life is.
Yeah, but for me, figuring out how to live and still be in that crib, ain't the same as me spending excess money to go on a date with somebody I don't even know like that.
Yeah, I don't.
300, I'm cooking.
This is what I'm saying. Like,
But I'm not gonna stop my lifestyle because I'm fucked up. I'm gonna still figure it out. That's what I'm saying with swaps. I'm gonna figure it out. Yo, you got that EBT card? I'm gonna go I'm gonna figure something out.
But listen to where this is stemming from. This is a woman that's not gonna be cool with coming to your house. This is what she's saying.
I'm not saying
that's exactly what she. Oh, these niggas want you to come to their crib to cook because they broke. Oh, these niggas want to. But this is what she's saying. The conversation is stemming from what she said.
I hear what she's saying, but it's not true. Just because she said it doesn't make it true.
But that's where this conversation is stemming from that topic. We're addressing what she said.
So you got to address everything. You only taking one piece. She was comparing today and back in the day. So if you talk to my mother, you talk to a lot of older women, they say, yo, I will either cook for a man on the first date or somebody here come over here and cook for me. So it's still a conversation she's saying. If you're talking about then and now, that's why I brought up what I brought up before, because you taking a piece of what she's saying. I'm taking the whole context of the video, what she's saying. She comparing from back in the day and today. Back in the day, you go do a nightcap. You don't even hear nobody talk about nightcaps, right? Somebody go cook you dinner. And women don't even cook or men don't cook. But there's still creative ways to do things if you just put it out there. That's what I'm saying to you. It's creative ways. Most niggas invite you to the crib. They ain't cooking you shit. They just trying to smash. They ain't trying to do nothing. They ain't got no bottle of wine. They ain't got nothing. They'll come through. You know what I'm saying? Turn on the Netflix. They ain't even got it in their account. What I'm saying is, if you going to do that, then you got to at least finesse it and make it look like something. Go get some lobster tails. Go get a piece of steak. Go get a nice, cheap wine. You go get some sweet bitch or something. Like, dress it up. That's all I'm saying to you. I think there's more one way to skin a cat.
No, but all I'm saying is the less money you have is. What I'm basically saying is the less money you have, the less you can do, bro. That's a reality. And the more money you have, the more you can do.
Yeah, that is true.
That's the reality.
I would agree with you that. But for me, that doesn't stop me from doing what I got to do. So let me ask you this question, since we're on the dating topic. I seen a woman talking about this. She said a man should never move into a woman's house. Do you agree with that?
Yes and no. Yes and no. I think that a man can move into a woman's house. It all has to do with the woman you're dealing with, bro. I think a lot of times it will become a problem. Mm-hmm. I feel like a lot of women like to pull rank. And at the end of the day, of course, if you put yourself in that situation, my mother always told me that a man should never move into a woman's home. You got to carry your weight, bro. You got to carry your weight.
You will put your ass.
Yeah.
It is my house. You bum ass nigga.
And then,
yo,
I just think it leaves room for a lot of problems because now you move into this woman's home. She wants you to pay the bills, and you're paying the bills, but the lease or the deed isn't in your name. Like it's very complicated.
Once again, I'm only going to
because that's a role reversal. Like
once again, I'm only going to talk about from my standpoint. Like for me, I don't know about rest of the dudes. Only thing can talk for me. If a woman would live with me, unless she in my crib kicking my ass or doing some deceitful shit in there, I would never be like, yo, get out.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Or even if we was breaking up.
Even if we broke up.
She would still have time to get her shit together. You know what I mean? I'm going to do it the right way. Uh-huh. I don't know if a woman will be kind enough to do that the right way to a dude. So that I'm just talking about, and maybe some women experience something else. I'm just saying from my standpoint, I would never do a woman in that way. Like, unless it's like, detrimental to each other's bodily harm or somebody fucking each other up.
I will say this. When my daughter's mother was pregnant with Storm, she told me, she was like, I want us to live together before I have this baby. And when she was like 7 months pregnant, I moved in with her, right? But I moved in with, like the second I moved in with her, I was just setting up for us to move out that place and move to another. Like we were there, I think we were there for 9 or 10 months. And then we, you know what I'm saying? Then we moved somewhere else. So for me, that was just transitional.
Yeah, now I can see
And,
that.
and it was also just so we could be under the same roof when she has that
I don't
child.
have a problem with that. I agree with that for transition. Like I said, it's different. Because I go back to when Snoop was pregnant with Sid. Some people be like, you know, we wasn't together when we had broken up like crazy, and she just happened to get pregnant after that. And anytime she wanted to be in my space at my house, it was there. I would go to her apartment. Matter of fact, she couldn't find her apartment, and I got an apartment at my grandmother owned a building at the time, a house, and I got a 2-bedroom apartment at the house for her and Sid. You know what I'm saying to you? I went to every doctor visit. I think I missed one. And she had a what you call those pregnancies?
C-section?
Nah, she kept bleeding. It was like a
High risk?
High risk pregnancy. So she had to go to the doctor like every week. She couldn't work nothing like that. You know what I mean? And I would go to every doctor visit, and people like, yo, y'all ain't even together. Like, it's still my kid. Like, I gotta do what I gotta do.
Don't
Like,
matter.
you know what I'm saying? It don't matter. And I know some people gonna be like, oh, that's a substitute to the rule. Like I said, I don't even talk about from my viewpoint.
That's not. I don't think that's an exception to a rule.
I told some girl out there the other day,
that's
she's like,
not
yo,
that's
my God, he never came to one doctor.
That's
visit.
crazy. That's
crazy to me. I was like, what?
That's
Hey.
crazy to me.
And then, you know, we was in a group talk. We was out, and then the other girl, she had expressed like somebody, she had a 2-topic pregnancy, and had I think I was telling you about it. Had the baby.
The baby in the tubes.
Yeah, it lost a fallopian tube, had surgery, and then the guy she was pregnant for didn't even help her.
Which is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what y'all gentlemen doing out there. Whatever y'all doing, stop doing it. I'm not saying that we all don't got our crazy. I'm not telling you that I'm perfect in any kind of way, because I got my own shit that I come with. But at the same time, you know, I talk to a lot of women, man, and just having conversation too, just talking. I told you this other day, I just been talking to different people at times, and some women like, yo, dudes can't even have a conversation. What sounds incredible crazy to me. I'm like, what are you talking about? So
yeah, but all you have to do is scroll through social media, bro, and look at the perspectives of a lot of these men under the comments, bro. That shit it's scary, man. When you see the way that a lot of grown men think, bro, like it's just nuts. It's nuts.
real quick, I want to give a shout out to Gervonta Davis. He tried to buy up his old block in Baltimore. You know the boxer Gervonta Davis. He bought up 2 buildings. His 2 buildings on the block. He's trying to buy up the rest of it because the block is, I think, 80% abandoned. And then he did. They had a little thing for him out there and whatnot. And then somebody the next day burned the buildings down. I'm like, what? Like, how serious the hate could be? Like, that's incredible.
Welcome to the new world.
Yeah,
bro.
but shout out to Gervonta, man. Don't let nobody stop you from what you're trying to do and you're trying to achieve. Keep pushing. You know, hopefully they got
Hope
some
you had
insurance.
insurance, yeah. Hopefully you had insurance on the properties.
They was abandoned anyway. You could start from scratch, and just rebuild. You know what I'm saying? But y'all niggas is haters. This FYI, whoever did that.
Welcome to the new world.
Yeah, whoever did that. Oh yeah, you seen this report, man? I always thought like New York City had the most roaches. They say Houston, Texas has the most roaches in the U.S. of A.
The roachiest city.
The roachiest city, followed by San Antonio, another Texas place. Tampa, Florida. That's Tampa, Florida. Phoenix, Vegas, Miami, Atlanta, Birmingham, Dallas, OKC, and New York is number 11.
Oh, wow.
That's
New York
crazy,
is
right?
last on that list.
You probably got the most rats, probably. So, would you rather have rats or roaches? If you had to pick, like you had to choose.
Neither. I'd rather have. Damn. I don't rather have nothing, bro. Like,
Yeah, you can't even.
I can't even.
I can't even pick, man. I can't even.
Who the hell want rats in their house, bro? That's crazy.
I think you get rid of rats quicker than the roaches, though.
I don't know because my brother's an exterminator, bro. So.
Yeah, now your brother visit my crib. I think you get rid of the rats quicker than the roaches.
Bruno's nice at what he do.
Yeah, the roaches they can have babies anywhere, but you can get rid of those rats if you keep. You can get rid of them for at least a couple months, get some reprieve. You can't do
I
that.
can't remember the name of my brother's goddamn extermination company. See, I was about to shout you out, Bruno.
Shout out to Bruno. He will charge your arm and a leg though. Yo, Bruno I told you Bruno put a trap in my house. he got a big. I had a possum that got in the house. Somebody must have left the door open. Something happened. Possum ran to the house. Right? Can't find the possum. So I told you that story when B.O. woke up and the possum sit right next to him.
Nah, you ain't
B.O.
tell me
B.O.
that.
in the crib, right? My brother, right? So I owned like a 3 family. So my brother kissed me like 3 in the morning. Yo, Tippy. I like, what's up, man? Why
Oh
you-
yeah, his name is Tippy, by the
my
way.
brothers call me Tippy. Yo, Tippy. I'm like, what? He's like, yo, man, something in here, man. I said, what you talking about? Yo, B, what you talking about? It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Nah, man, it's some kind of beast in here, some kind of creature in here, man. There's something in here, man. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yo, it's something in here, man. Yo, I'm telling you, I know it's in here. I can't see it, but I know it. I smell it. The smell is pungent. It's pungent. It ain't no, it's like a rodent, but it ain't no rat. It's a rodent. I said, what, like a raccoon? I don't know. It's like a possum. And I heard something go. I'm like, so I'm like, yo, he said, yo. I said, Bill, go back to sleep, man. Ain't nothing. So the phone hang up. He said, all right. So he go back to sleep. So about maybe an hour later, nah, yo, something in here, man. I seen it. That nigga was by my bed. He was on top of my nightstand. I'm telling you, something in here. So I go in there. I get up 4 o'clock in the morning. I go downstairs. I'm looking at him looking all through his room like, what's in here? And they doing construction next door. And we had the back door open, so we thinking that it came from, because they had ripped the house out from, the beams and all that shit. So, not from the walls, from the beams and all that shit. So, whatever happened, right? So, he goes, yo, something in here, man. He said, I'm telling you. So, we up for like an hour looking for this shit. And then we see like something with a tail that ain't a regular tail. Like,
Yeah, because they got them big, thick-ass
big,
tails.
thick-ass pink tail just scoop by. So I'm like, damn, I call you. I'm like, yo, Mo, I need your brother. So your brother, he bring this big-ass cage the next day. And he put like a banana in the cage. And he just leave him like, that's all the fuck you doing, nigga? Yeah, the cage will do the rest, man. Don't worry about it, Styles. The cage will take care of it. So a day go past. My brother's like, yo, man, I ain't sleeping here, man. I'm coming upstairs to your house. This nigga just running around in here. So cool, him and my niece come upstairs. They stay in my crib. Nothing catch that shit. So I called your brother back. Yo, nothing in that fucking cage, man. What's up? Come back the next day. He bring a big ass regular rat trap. You know the one that's like Tom and Jerry shit? Snap. The nigga bring a big ass rat trap and put like a piece of banana or something on it again. He said, don't worry about it. We'll catch him this time. So I'm like 2 o'clock in the morning.
You just heard the snap?
My brother called me. Yo, we got it! Yo, son came that trap popped this nigga head off.
Yeah.
But
What you mean?
But the crazy part, your brother charged me like $400, right? for a trap. This was the shocker. So I'm like, yo, $400? What this nigga just put the trap down? What the fuck? Like he didn't put no spray in. So I went to the hardware store the next day to buy happenstance. Guess what I seen in the hardware store?
What, the trap?
The big ass trap. Ask me how much the trap cost.
How much?
$5. I said, yo, this nigga Mo brother got me, bro.
Listen.
I said, yo, the trap was $5, son. The same trap.
So the $3.95 was for him to take it out.
No, I took it out. He didn't come. I wasn't leaving.
Oh, he ain't come back to take it out?
We wasn't leaving there all night. No, I wasn't leaving it. Why would I leave it there? I just picked it
true
up.
that. 'Cause it's going to start stinking.
You got your money's worth? Nah, nigga, I was leaving it.
Because by the time he comes, it's going to start
It was
stinking.
2 o'clock in the morning, bro. Yeah, he probably called me like, oh, I got a job. I got to hit you back. I see you at 4 o'clock. The shit sitting there over $12. Yeah, your brother got me, bro. Fuck that. That nigga charged me 500% markup on my shit, bro. $500. His brother rich. Tell that nigga we need a loan, bro, for the show.
Oh, man.
We need a loan for this show. Oh, you seen this crazy story? An Atlanta woman had gave out her boyfriend
Navy Federal.
Navy Federal credit card. She going to jail like a motherfucker. And niggas was really paying their rent.
Is she going to jail?
Oh, hell yeah, man. That's fraud, B.
Bruh.
And then niggas that probably took his credit card and paid. Somebody paid their rent with this.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people paid a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's
with it.
crazy. There's no hell fury like a woman scorn, they say.
Yeah, but if she going to jail, I doubt it.
Nah, she going to. I think she going to jail. Would you rather lose love, or you rather lose money?
You talking about real love?
Yeah, I'm talking about love.
I'd rather lose money.
He only said
No,
that shit.
I'm not. I'm dead. Listen, and come on,
Let me ask you a question.
I give you the same goddamn answer. And listen, and that's why I asked you, are we talking real love? Because real love is, yo, son, you and I both know this. Good people are so hard to come by. And at the end of the day, these days, a good woman is even harder to come by. So if you find let me ask you that question in return, right? If you find yourself the woman that you've been looking for all your life, I mean, that checks all your goddamn boxes, that caters to you, that nurtures you, that encourages you.
How much money we talking about?
Okay, but
How much money we talking about?
I don't know.
Give me thought an arbitrary number. How much money we talking about, bro?
I don't know.
How much money we talking
I
about?
don't know. You would have to tell me
100
how much
million?
money
How
we
much we
talking
talking
about. You said 100 million?
Yeah, how much?
Come on now.
$1 million?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yo, she said this nigga out of here.
I don't know. What do you think?
Nah, if I had to be out of seriously though, you know I'm too sentimental. So I'd rather love over money any day.
Because this is what I'm saying. So
And I'm talking about any kind of love.
Picture you have. So that's basically stating that you would be married to your wife and you would leave her for money.
No. I'm saying I would never. So
No, but that's what I'm.
yeah. I know what
you
you're
get
saying.
what I'm saying?
I'm joking around. But love, I would pick love over money.
I
any
pick
day.
love over money any day. That's basically saying you'd fuck your man's over. You'd fuck your brother over
Yeah, I would
for
pick
bread.
love.
Like
Yeah,
I'm
I'll pick love over
not
money
doing
any
that.
day.
Like I'll pick love over money any day, man.
Real quick, see Slim Thug Pops put out a statement, put out a video to
Isn't
Little
it?
Baby.
You mean Young Thug?
Oh, Young Thug.
You said Slim
I
Thug
said
Pops.
Thug.
I'm like Slim Thug Pops.
Young Thug. I'm sorry. Let me do that over. So Young Thug Pops put out a video the other day I saw that was very interesting. He told Little Baby to shut the fuck up, and I guess mind his business when it comes to Gunna. He's saying, and this is where I have a lot of problem with, I guess, street dudes, street niggas, or if you want to call us street niggas and shit like that. He says because Little Baby and all these rappers that speaking on Gunna never been to a court date, never did anything to support their son, why he been locked up. And too many times, like I said, we hold the rat accountable, and I always tell you this, I fight with you, nobody holds the gangster accountable. And a lot of times, I was just talking to Holiday about this, you go to jail, and everybody on the same type of
Life
time.
goes on.
And nobody checking for your family, nobody sending you no packages, nobody ain't sending you no money on your books, nobody ain't doing none of that. And to me, they just as bad as the rat to me. Cause you can't pretend like you my friend for me and then don't be my friend when I'm in the jam and when I need you. And I think even going back to the dream last night that I had with the whole kid situation, and you like, yo, I need you to take care of my daughter. Because you would leave and you had passed on, God forbid. But a lot of people won't even look at your kid when you leave. You know what I'm saying? They, check in, maybe you find, yo, you look like your pops. You know what I'm saying? And true testament of real friendship of people that really care about you, they the ones that are gonna check on you and your moms. They're gonna be checking on your children, on your family, and just checking in on you, period. So if you ain't show up to a nigga court date, or throw a hint of support to a nigga, I don't really know what Lil Baby's done. I don't know. I'm just going by what the father's saying. So if nobody ain't done that for you, I don't know if they really have any right to speak on anything else. To me, that's just me. So
I think
just as bad.
I don't know about just as bad as the rat nigga.
Just as bad.
The rat
'Cause
niggas.
they say the rat is helping.
No, I'm not.
That's what the pops
So
is
hold
saying.
on. So you're telling me. So let's say I don't know if dude ratted or I don't know if he cooperated. Let's say dude cooperated. So let's say dude cooperated and he's putting money in the nigga commissary. So that makes it okay.
Look, to me, I always thought this about the case. And I don't know. I always thought homeboy had to come out and somebody had to make bread to keep them bills paid. And I feel like somebody had to keep them bills paid. If you fighting them fast, you already know what that's gonna take.
I'm not
you.
even speaking.
'Cause they try to bankrupt you first.
Of course.
Right?
That's what they do. They try to tie you up, make you spend all your money on
money,
lawyer
and
fees.
you
They drag it out.
They drag the shit out. And this shit been dragged out forever. And they doing him so bad, he got to fight it from the inside, which is worse. Because at least if you outside, you can make some money. So listen, if somebody had to be the sacrificial lamb, that's what I think. I could be wrong in my theory. For him to go somebody had to make some bread so we could keep this shit up, so I could fight. I don't look at it as right now. That's just me. But some people disagree with me.
Listen, man. All I'm saying is, if you cooperate, you cooperate. It is what it is. I don't know that man's situation. I don't know what's going on for me to even speak on it. But if you giving up information, then you're part of the reason that the man's behind bars. I mean, that scenario right there is crazy to me, where a nigga rat has you in jail, but he's paying commissary. Like, that shit is nuts.
It's not commissary. You could be paying lawyer fees.
No, I hear you. I hear you loud and clear. I'm just saying that's unheard of. I've never, and I'm not even speaking to the Gunna situation. I'm just speaking in general, a situation where a nigga rap and put a nigga in jail, but he's paying a nigga lawyer fees at the same time.
What I'm saying is, we spend so much time on the rap. We don't spend. Nobody shun the niggas that don't. All the quote unquote real niggas, all the real gangsters. Nobody put no light on them niggas for not taking care of niggas that's locked up that was running with you all that time. Not put money on niggas' books.
That shit been going on since the beginning of time.
But that's just as dishonorable as anything else. You can't pretend to be my friend.
Nothing's more dishonorable. Nothing's more dishonorable than.
See, y'all always putting that shit up.
No,
and that's why nobody.
It's
whatever,
not.
man.
Listen, I didn't tell you it's not dishonorable.
agree.
I didn't say it's not. I said nothing's more dishonorable than making another man face the consequences of your actions.
Yo, listen.
That's not the case here. Look, dude got picked up for whatever the fuck was going on. Homie got swept up in the indictment. Whatever it is.
I think it's the same thing. Like you say, disrespect is disrespect. And I think both of them is disrespectful. I think when dudes also come home, and your boy come home that first day and that first week, you know he on paperwork, and you want to take him out, you didn't do nothing for him, help him out while he was in jail locked up, but now you want to go smoke and drink for him to violate parole, and for him to, violate his shit to get put back in jail. I think that's disrespectful too. Everybody thinking about the bad way or how to compensate shit, but nobody's going, yo, nah, nigga, let's do this. We coming up like this. Or I got this going. Nobody's doing that. And I think those things are disrespectful just as the other shit. And disrespect is disrespect. If you my man and we've been out here doing this together, 50 grand, we in the club, we busting bottles together, we bagging chicks together, we doing this together, and one of us get taken down and you ain't come see me or you ain't come talk to me, that's fucked up. I think that this is disrespectful.
I think
and you want to be my friend
I
when
think
I
it's
come
fucked
home?
up too, but it's nowhere close to rapping, bro.
I think it's the
I don't
same
know how you
shit,
can
bro.
compare the two. Like,
I think it's the same shit.
That's apples and oranges.
Guess
man.
what? He didn't love you for ratting on you. He didn't love you to take care of you when you was in jail.
It's apples and oranges.
It's not
though,
apples
bro.
and oranges to me. He didn't show you no support while you was in there neither. Oh, he didn't tell on me. Well, yeah, but I'm doing 100 years. He didn't tell on me. And the nigga didn't come see me, and we both was out here together doing it
But
together.
the nigga that told on you is the reason you're in jail.
No, what I'm saying to you, no.
Homie ain't the reason you're in jail.
Basically what I was saying is, I'm not saying if the guy ratted. I'm saying, let's say it's a scenario where, both of y'all go and rob a bank. Homeboy gets away, but you get caught. He don't rat on you, but he never supported you while you was going through whatever you were going through. And you did 10 years behind it. Nobody hollered at your kid. Nobody made sure your baby mama was good or your mother was good. Your mother was sick. Nobody went to go check her. Nobody put no money in your books. I think that's just as bad.
I think it's foul. I don't think it's as bad as cooperating, bro.
I think it's just as bad. He didn't corroborate, but now the nigga don't even come check me. But we was out here neck and neck together. I think that's fucked up, my nigga. To me, it's the same shit. You might as well have ratted. That's how I look at it, because I still did the time anyway.
I don't. We could agree to disagree. I'm not saying. I think it's foul. I think it's dishonorable, definitely to a degree. I don't think it's on the same level.
I hear you. In other celebrity news, I want to get to this Jonathan Majors thing because, we didn't get a chance to talk about it. Well, you all know by now, Jonathan Majors was found guilty in New York City. I'm really having a problem with it for me because I didn't understand how he was found guilty. But he was found guilty of a nonviolent crime. He was found guilty for involuntary hurting someone. Uh-huh. Basically, what they were saying that his lady at the time, she snatched his phone because she saw somebody said, I think she wanted to hug and kiss him. So she snatched his phone out of his hand and she took it and turned. He then went over her involuntarily, not to hurt her, but to grab his phone out of grab his phone out of her hand.
And hurt her hand.
And hurt her hand from taking his phone back from
Shit
her.
is crazy.
Then he got out the car.
The law is crazy.
Then he got out the car and she was trying to attack him and to take the phone.
And pushed her back in the car.
And pushed her back in the car, then he proceeded to run. So I had a lot of problems with this shit, man. In my heart of heart, I had problems with this shit because To me, in any law, right? If you take something from me, that's called, what's that usually called? When you take something, that's called you stole something from me. It's my property. So I don't know if me snatching back my property for you. So I don't know.
OJ went to jail for going back to get his trophies.
Yeah, he did. But I don't know. I don't know. Now, if a lady get her purse snatched on the street and she snatch it back from the nigga who ran and snatched her purse from her, and when she snatches back, his arm come out of the socket, she going to jail?
Well, we've seen that happen. People break into people's houses and they end up suing them because they got hurt in the house. Like that happens at times too.
Yeah,
the law is bugged out, bro.
Yeah, to me, I don't understand how you get found guilty. For one, it's like, yo, listen, and I'm not saying this is right.
You know what it is?
So hold on, I just want to say this part. I know people gonna be like, that's fucked up. You might as well punch her in the fucking mouth. If I'm gonna get found guilty and then lose my job on top of that for taking something back that was mine, I should have just fucked you up. And I'm not telling you it's ever right for a man to bust her ass, and for anybody.
But what plays a part is because he's a man and she's a woman.
But she stole my phone.
I know, but what I'm telling you is,
He's a black man and she's a white woman.
yeah.
And that's, I was getting to that, and that's one of the bigger problems here, to me. You know, and we live in white America, and that was just crazy. And I'm really mad at Disney too, because like they was like waiting for it. Yeah. You can't see the writing on the wall. Wait a minute, this could happen to any one of you executive. You could have been arguing with your woman and you took your phone back. They didn't say. They didn't find him guilty.
But hold on, when the owner of UFC was the dude Dana White, when he got caught on video slapping his wife, it was all good.
Nothing happened. He said, "I'm gonna go to therapy," and that was it. Dana White back to doing Dana White. You know what I'm saying? And it's bugged out to me. Y'all Disney, y'all waited, and nobody going to yourself. Wait a minute. He was grabbing back his property. Yeah, I know they found him guilty, but he didn't try to deliberately hurt that person. You saw him ran 3 blocks, bro. They got him on video running 3 blocks from a woman who trying to get something from him. So now I can't run away?
Welcome to the new world.
Yo, white America is something serious, bro. You know, I seen this video yesterday, and it was a video of a, you could cut that. I ain't gonna say that. I'll talk about it next week. I want to see what's gonna happen. I don't know the outcome. I'll tell you about the video when we finish, though. But anyway, yeah, so, you know, listen, man, you got to be very careful out here. And I'm going to tell my black brothers, man, y'all have to be careful out here, man. And I don't like to bring race into certain things, but we have to bring race into it because they never going to look at us the same. And even though we look at people differently, you know, somebody asked me a question. I don't know if it was you who asked me this question. Said to me, you know, when you see a group of white people, if you see one white person, if it's all of us in the store today and a white person came in here, they probably wouldn't feel uncomfortable. We won't make them uncomfortable. We'll be like, hey, what's up, man? You need anything? Uh-huh. But if you ever go into a establishment and it's an all-white establishment, you're a black person, you automatically feel like, all eyes on me. Well, listen, I know that almost. Yeah,
I know from your experience, but what you have to remember also is you're a female. So when a female walks into any room full of men, you're automatically uncomfortable. Like, the more attention they give you, a lot of times, the more uncomfortable y'all feel. But I will tell you this, right, and this always bugs me out, right? So we have a dog, right? Mm-hmm. And yeah, you laughing because you know what I'm talking about. And it always bugs me out how, yo, bro, when I walk the dog around the neighborhood, I see white dog owners literally pick up their dog so that their dog doesn't interact with the dog. It's so weird. But then, if I'm walking the dog with her, the same people will bring their dog over.
I don't fuck with you.
Yo, bro, this shit is weird.
They be like, Blackie, I don't fuck with you.
This shit is so weird, bro.
Blackie, I don't fuck with you. Yeah, nah, listen, man, we live in this white world, bro. And in other white world news,
yo, this shit is so weird.
Mark Zuckerberg is building a bunker. We building a bunker in Hawaii. I don't know what he building.
What does he know that we don't know?
But yeah, I get prepared for some bullshit. I'm telling you, man. And they have a report. A lot of people, a lot of millionaires, multi-millionaires are building bunkers.
End of the world shelters.
You know, So y'all be careful. Oh, shout out to Eddie Murphy too. He coming back with a
Beverly Hills Cop 4.
Yeah, man. Nick Foley, man. I was a Beverly
Axel Foley.
Axel Foley. I'm saying Nick Foley.
Axel
Foley. I was a
Foley,
big
yeah.
Beverly Hills Cop fan back in the day. So I love Eddie Murphy. So I'm gonna support that when it comes out. This strange story I saw, and this was just crazy. 12-year-old girl who was on a camping trip. On a go-away trip. I don't know if it was camping.
yeah.
I don't know if it was camping.
It's like a field trip.
It was a field trip. And she had to share a bed with another
With a trans girl.
with a trans girl, meaning the little boy identified as a girl. She felt uncomfortable, so she called her mother. But the school didn't see anything wrong with it.
Which is crazy.
Didn't see anything wrong with it because the little boy identified as a girl. Now, I'm just saying to you, like I stress all the time, when it comes to children, we should keep them out of this sexual thing until they get to the age, it's just my opinion, where they can decide for themselves and figure out for themselves. And then if they the age of a young person that's trying to figure out themselves, you can't put that on other children to deal with that, because kids are kids. And if you want it to be in the schools, for me, I'm not telling you neither a trans person should be victimized as well. If that's what you and your parents choose to let you come to school, they shouldn't be teased or bullied or anything like that. But also, it shouldn't be forced for other heterosexual children, because I wouldn't want my daughter in the bathroom with a transgender boy who's trying to figure out whether he's boy or girl and doesn't really know yet, or could switch back and forth. I wouldn't want that for my kid. And I definitely wouldn't want my female daughter to be in a bed with a person that has a penis. This is not going to happen at 12 years old, 11 years old. That's kind of crazy. I wouldn't want that for my kid. And not saying anything is wrong with the trans person or they had any harm, because we got to make clear, they didn't say that the trans boy is trying to do something to her. You know what I mean? But I would be uncomfortable as a father in that scenario.
Me and that school will have a lot of issues.
Yeah. I'd be very uncomfortable as a father. So, we gotta, because it's tender on both sides, right? Because that kid should be able to come to school and not be chastised as being identified as transsexual, shouldn't be chastised or beat up or bullied. But at the same time, heterosexual kids got to be also protected, and kids are going to be kids. And if you want to have a separate bathroom so they feel comfortable in their own bathroom, that's fine. But they shouldn't have to use another bathroom or be forced to do it. I don't think that's cool.
I think it's as simple as the regard needs to go both
ways.
To the heterosexual and to the trans or homosexual. I feel like the regard these days is so one-sided. Like, everybody disregards how the heterosexuals feel, and they're just catering simply to this other side, when the truth is, it has to be met in the middle somewhere. There's no reason why a 12-year-old girl should be, first of all, I don't even think two girls should be in the same bed at 12 years old if this is a school trip, because that leaves y'all liable. Anything can possibly happen.
Yeah, you're right about that. I didn't even think about that.
You know what I mean? So to even put that young lady in the bed with a trans girl, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. But look, next week when we come back, we're going to be talking about Uncle Murder's wrap up, because that's
Yo,
coming.
Murder, what up?
I know it'll be out by the time this comes out, right? By the time this come out, we'll be out. But we haven't heard it yet. So when we hear it, we can all discuss it and go back and forth with it. You know what I mean? But on that note, man, we just want to tell you thank you once again. Thank you for rocking with us this past year. I know we've been doing it for a year and change, but we rocked out this whole year with y'all. We love and appreciate y'all. Y'all coming. We seeing the fans growing. We seeing people leaving comments on IG and all that. We just want to thank y'all from the bottom of our hearts. We want to thank Woodstack for always giving us support and letting us
holding us down.
And they fine establishment, Suave, for always holding us down on the video and the editing, because he's behind that scenes doing all that work. When you see all the funny emojis and all that shit behind the scenes, he's doing all that, man. And, we just want to say thank you again from the bottom of my heart, man. So we'll see y'all next week. Happy New Year to y'all. Love y'all. Brooklyn.
2024 Brooklyn, out.
We out.